your time is valuable, so I promise to be a very good steward of your time. My name is Chrissy, and I'm a Norwex independent consultant. I live in the Dallas, Texas area. Welcome to my kitchen. I live here with my husband, Brian, and our dog, BB, and we have been cleaning with Norwex for about 3 years. Just like you, I was invited to someone's party. It was actually an in-home party, where I was able to see a lot of these products in action. And it was right at a time in my life where I was looking for a solution that was not only faster and easier than what I was using then, but also a chemical-free option. At 21 years old, I was actually diagnosed with uterine fibroids, which are non-cancerous growths in the uterus. By the time I was 24 years old, they had quadrupled in size, and I had to undergo surgery to have them removed. At the date of surgery, I was measuring as if I was 16 weeks pregnant, and the surgery took about 2 hours. After surgery, I had about 6 weeks on the couch to recover, and I did a lot of research. And what my research pointed to was chemicals. Chemicals in the food that we eat, chemicals in the beauty products we use, chemicals in the cleaning products that we use are all wreaking havoc on our bodies. You think of your body like a pitcher. You can add things to it over time, and your body can detox. So we can open this valve and trickle out some of what we put in our body. But our body can only hold so much. And when we put too much in, and our body doesn't have the time or the resources to detox it and get rid of it, we actually see an overflow. And what we see in the overflow are things like PCOS, uterine fibroids, cancer, asthma, all of these diseases that we didn't really see in the numbers that we see today, 50, 60, 100 years ago, but that are really, really prevalent. There are more than 85,000 chemicals in existence today, and very, very few of them have been tested for their impact on human health. There are chemicals that we know are dangerous, but no governing agency that regulates them. Things like phthalates, artificial fragrances, are known to be hazardous to our health, yet we put them in our beauty products such as makeup, body wash, hand soap, all of these products that we use on a daily basis. And our body just simply can't filter it all out. So that's where I come in to help. I don't give you these stats to scare you or to make you not ever want to wash your hands again, but to empower you to make a better decision for you and your family. I'm going to show you today 6 products that have made a huge, huge difference in my family's health and the way that we clean. Because really, these are a lot faster and easier than what I used to use. I'm going to show you the E for Everything Enviro Cloth that will clean everything from your kitchen counter to your toilet seat. Its best friend, the window cloth, that leaves all your shiny surfaces super shiny. Dusting mitt to trap all those dust bunnies. We're going to talk about caring for your new cloths and the laundry detergent options that you have. And then for any of those really tough jobs, we also have cleaning paste, which I like to call elbow grease in a jar. These 5 products, plus our mop system, are the top 6 products that I recommend starting with. Luckily, those 5 products that I just told you about are actually bundled together in what we call the Safe Haven 5. It's the top 5 products that you need to make your home safe. They come with instructions, and they come with me. As your healthy home guide, I will be available for you for any questions that you might have. So before we get started talking about the science of all of this and how to Norwex your home, I do want to start off with our party drawing. So go ahead and text me, pause this video, go ahead and text me. Whoever invited you to the party, just text me their name to my phone number, and you'll be entered in to win our party drawing. And this will also be the phone number that you can reach me at if you have questions once the party is over. All right, let's get started talking about our top 5 products. The first product that I'm going to talk about is the E for Everything Enviro Cloth. It comes in a couple different colors. This one is our host only color that you can only get by hosting a party. We also have like different sets, so like these ones go together, these ones go together, and they coordinate. So all sorts of different color options. I'll tell you how to get the catalog at the end of the video. Don't worry, we have plenty of time for that. But the E for Everything Enviro Cloth is really your answer to cleaning most of your home. If you have wine stains on your carpet, you can use this to pick up the wine stains and it'll pull it out of the carpet completely. If you need to clean your back door, be that, kitchen counter, toilet seat, anything and everything that can be wiped down with your E for Everything Enviro Cloth. To really understand how the Enviro Cloth works, let's talk a little bit about chemical cleaning versus mechanical cleaning. So chemical cleaning is probably the way that you're familiar with cleaning right now. It is when you use a chemical, so a spray, a wipe, something of that nature, to kill bacteria. Works great if you follow the instructions. But remember, I just told you about all these chemicals and all these dangers that we don't really regulate, right? So I have some disinfectant wipes here. If you were to flip over the back and read the instructions, you're gonna be pretty surprised. Precautionary statements, hazards to humans and domestic animals. They know that these are bad for us. They know that they are dangerous, yet they're still on our grocery store shelves. Yeah. There's also a very specific contact time. There's an amount of time that this wipe needs to be left on the surface in order to properly disinfect. Not only that, but you actually need to clean first, then disinfect. Then if it's a food surface, you need to rinse it with water. That seems like a whole heck of a lot of steps that I don't really have time for, and I doubt you do either. So instead, we're gonna use mechanical cleaning. Mechanical cleaning, think of it like pulling weeds out of your yard. You're just gonna pull the weeds out completely. So instead of spraying Roundup and trying to kill the weed, you're just gonna remove it altogether. That's what mechanical cleaning does. That's Norwex Clean. The EnviroCloth picks up and removes 99% of bacteria from a surface using just water. So you don't need to buy sprays, you don't need to buy wipes, you just use this cloth over and over and over again. I'm gonna demonstrate exactly how this works. I have some butter here, and I'm gonna clean the front of my refrigerator. Come with me. All right, we have some butter on our fridge. I'm gonna come in here and I'm just gonna remove the butter completely off of the front of my refrigerator. And while I do that, I'm also going to be removing the bacteria, the grease, the grime, anything that's on the surface, leaving just my clean surface behind. So you can imagine this is your kitchen counter, your toilet seat, any surface that can be wiped down. I even sometimes use it for wine stains. If I spill wine on the carpet, this will actually pull all the wine out of those fibers, or ketchup, or whatever your kids spill. All right, so now I'm left with a very clean but damp surface. So that's when our number 2 product comes in, the EnviroCloth's best friend, the window cloth. I like to call this my pretty purple polish cloth because it is what will polish up all of my shiny surfaces. So think of mirrors, the front of your refrigerator, stainless steel, your glass cooktop, your back door, windows, mirrors. It is called a window cloth, but don't let that fool you. It is good for everything, even not windows. So these two work together and you can use them all over your home. On Saturdays, I like to do what I call a quick cleanup, where I just kind of refresh all the surfaces. I get the nose prints off the back door, I clean the bathroom mirrors, I clean anything that looks just a little not great. And I'm able to go from one end of the house to the other with just these 2 cloths because I don't need to switch between stainless steel cleaner, wipes, sprays, Windex. I don't need to switch between all these different cleaners. I don't need to haul around a big bucket of cleaners. Just these 2 cloths and some water and some tunes, of course, and I'm good to go. So you might be wondering, what makes Norwex microfiber different than, the microfiber you can get from Costco? There's a couple of different things. The first is the size of the microfiber. So each individual fiber within the cloth is at least 1/200th the width of a human hair, whereas the competition only needs to be about 1/6 the width of a human hair to be considered microfiber. Second is the density of the cloth. So it is not flimsy like the competition. It is a very strong industrial cloth that you will be able to use for years and years to come. I still have cloths that are about 3 years old that are working great for me. And last is backlock. Backlock is basically bacteria birth control inside the cloth. It is silver that's embedded in the cloth during processing that suffocates out any bacteria, mold, mildew in the cloth. It doesn't do anything for the cleaning properties, that is just the microfiber itself, but it does keep the cloth from getting stinky over time. It allows you to use the cloth and then rinse it under hot water, hang it up to dry, and use it over and over and over again. Because as it dries, the backlock gets to work and suffocates out all of that bacteria that is left over in the cloth. I don't know about you, but when I first saw these solutions, I was really skeptical. I was like, there's no way that a cloth and some water can actually remove bacteria from a surface. Like, it's all in her head. But I'm gonna show you a couple of demos that really kind of solidified that these cloths are doing what I think that they're doing. The first demo that I'm gonna do is what we like to call the glow germ demo. I'm gonna use some powdered glow germ, which is basically what they use to teach kids how to wash their hands. And I'm gonna spread it all over the counter. As you can see, it glows under a black light. Let me cut the lights. So as you can see, it glows under a black light. And then I'm gonna take my disinfectant wipe and I'm gonna just wipe the surface. I have to tell you, this is the first time that my counter has ever been wiped down with a disinfectant wipe. And as you can see, we actually really did not clean the surface. We simply just moved the glow germ and this layer of chemical residue all over the counter. So now I'm gonna take my E for Everything EnviroCloth and I'm just gonna do one swipe on the counter to demonstrate the difference. So as you can see, clean, 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 back to the chemical residue. Chemical residue, clean, 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 back to the chemical residue. Not only that, but where I went and just wiped my disinfectant wipe on my clean surface, so this plate was clean, now has all of this chemical residue and those glow germs, all that germs, back on it. Food for thought. So really what this demonstration is showing us is that disinfectant wipes don't quite work the way that we think that they work. Not only that, but they can actually transfer bacteria from surface to surface, which is not what we want to be doing, right? That's just making our work harder and longer for us. The next demonstration that I have uses raw chicken. So if you're squeamish around raw chicken, go ahead and fast forward over the next 60 seconds or so. So we all don't really love using chicken in the kitchen because, right, it can be gross, salmonella, the whole nine. Can we be sure that our E for Everything EnviroCloth is actually removing the chicken guts off of our cleaning surfaces? Let's check it out. Here I have a testing swab. This is the same swab that the health department uses to test to make sure that restaurants are clean. What it does is it's basically like, you know, testing your pool equipment. Green means clean and purple means protein. You're probably like, but Chrissy, you've been talking all about bacteria today. I have. The weird thing about bacteria is the only way to test a surface for bacteria requires a 24-hour culture. So you go in, you test the equipment, you test the surfaces, and then 24 hours later, you have your results. I do have third-party scientifically studied results from EnviroCloths from our different cloths that I can send you if you'd like to see the sciencey stuff. I love the sciencey stuff. But basically, this is going to test for protein. Protein is smaller than bacteria, and so it's regarded as harder to remove from a surface than bacteria is. And typically, because protein is a source of food for bacteria, if there's protein present, there is probably also bacteria present. So I have my surface here that I just rubbed raw chicken all over. I'm gonna use the side of the cloth with the tag, and I'm gonna just wipe my surface here, okay? Then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna test my plate. Remember, green means clean, purple means protein. All right, and we are green. Now, if I were to take this cloth and wipe down another surface, I wanna make sure that the guts that were on the plate that is now clean, that are now in the cloth, don't transfer from my plate to another surface. So I'm gonna wipe down this countertop here. We're gonna test the counter. All right, and we are still green. Now, what that shows me is I can actually go and I can clean my toilet seat, and then I can go and clean my kitchen counter. And the poop germs from my toilet seat are not gonna leave my cloth and get on my kitchen counter. Now that's gross. Please don't do that. I'm not coming over for snacks if you do. But what that shows is that you can actually use the same cloth over and over and over and over again. And you're never gonna forget that I told you to go clean your toilet seat and go clean your kitchen counter. I personally have a blue cloth that I clean my bathrooms with. Blue is for bathrooms. It's for everything from barf to booty. Blue cloth, barf to booty. All right, so I tested my cloth as well. Nothing came out of the cloth onto the testing swab. Let's make sure this testing swab actually works though. We'll go ahead and swab the chicken. And, oh, yep, the testing swab works. That is purple. That is as purple as our pretty purple cloth. Okay, next up in our lineup is the dusting mitt. So if you grab it in the Safe Haven 5, it is gonna come in this blue color. I'm using my pretty purple one, which is actually part of this set that you can earn by hosting your own party. I like things to coordinate, so I'm actually going with the blue ones personally. But no matter what your style is, there's a dust mitt and a set to work with you. So this is a higher pile microfiber, and it actually uses the power of static electricity to pick up and trap all of the dust. That way you don't have dust bunnies flying everywhere. You just pick them up, they stay in the mitt. When you're done using it, you can either take it outside and kind of hit it off the side of the house. You can throw it in the washer, or we have this really cool rubber brush that we'll talk more about when we talk about the mop system, that you can just sweep the debris off the mitt into the trash. Nearly all of my cleaning default to those first 3 cloths that we've already talked about. However, sometimes you have a really big mess, like permanent marker, or the scuffs on your wall, or the scuffs on the bottom of your shoes, that you need a little extra oomph, if we will. That's when I break out cleaning paste, which is what I like to call elbow grease in a jar. And you'd think, you know, when I said paste, that it would be like a liquid, but it's actually not. It's a little bit different. It is a powder, and this is made from all natural ingredients, coconut oil, marble flour, and natural soaps. And it goes to work at scrubbing all of those really hard to get stains. All you do is you take a wet microfiber cloth or sponge, we have lots of sponge solutions, and you just kind of rub it over the top of the container. You don't need very much, a little teeny tiny bit goes a long way, and then you just go to work at scrubbing off whatever you're trying to scrub off. How easy is that? This has saved many a kids that got in trouble for writing on the walls with markers. It saves my shoes. So I used to have to rebuy my Converse shoes all the time because the white part would get so nasty and dingy. Now I just grab the cleaning paste and EnviroCloth and our utility brush, and they're clean in 5 minutes or less, saving me so much money. It's not even, it's crazy. Lastly, let's talk about our laundry solutions. And I do like to cover this one a little bit more extensively because the laundry room is one of the easiest places that you can make over and reduce the number of toxins that you're exposed to daily. Laundry detergents that are sold in the grocery stores are about 90% water, which to me was crazy when I found out. So when you think you're getting such a great big deal when you bring home those big jugs from Costco or Sam's Club, it's actually not as good of a deal as you might think. This small little bag here, it's 2.2 pounds, is actually over 200 loads of laundry for me and my family. Depending on your water quality and the type of washer that you have, you can use very, very little, between 1/4 teaspoon and 1 tablespoon per load. Making this bag of laundry detergent lasts most families between 4 and 6 months. You can also use it extensively as an all-purpose cleaner. Simply dilute a teaspoon in 16 ounces of water in a spray bottle, and you can use it all over the house to clean things like grout, dirty shoes, stuck-on messes. If my cooktop or my oven get really, really gross, I like to use that multi-purpose cleaner to kind of cut through some of that grease and do a little pre-treat for me before I go in with my EnviroCloth. The next option is if you are busy and on the go, the Eco Wash laundry strips are going to be for you. They come in a sheet, and you simply just tear the sheet apart, toss it in the washer, and then wash it. It is literally that simple. Think of this like Tide Pods, but without the plastic and without the environmental impact on our waterways. In a small load of laundry, you need just a half a sheet. Regular load, 1 sheet. In a really, really big load, the kind that I always wash, 2 sheets. The last laundry detergent that we have is our liquid laundry detergent. If you have a lot of grease stains, oil stains, workout clothes, clothes that are stinky, clothes that are really, really gross, you're gonna wanna try the liquid laundry detergent. This is my boy mom recommendation. It will cut through all the stains, all the grease, all the grass stains, you name it. And you need just 1 to 2 pumps per load, making this over 200 loads of laundry per bottle. Let's talk about caring for your microfiber. After every use, you're gonna rinse it under some hot water, and you're going to par it. You're gonna press, you're gonna agitate, and then you're gonna wring it out. P-A-R, press, agitate, wring. Wring it out and then hang it up by the tag, and the backlock will go to work at suffocating out any bacteria. The rule of thumb when it comes to caring for your cloths is wash in a filler-free, fragrance-free, dye-free laundry detergent, dry in the dryer, and no dryer sheets or fabric softener. Follow those top 3 and your cloths will last you a really long time. We only suggest Norwex's laundry detergents. They're free of fillers, dyes, fragrances, and all the bad juju that most laundry detergents have. That way, your cloths don't get clogged with unnecessary fillers and fragrances, and they're able to work really, really hard. If you can't remember anything that I just said when you get your goodies home, don't worry. The Safe Haven 5 comes with an instruction manual. How great is that? The last item that I'd like to talk about today is our Mop Starter System. So it comes in 3 different colors and 3 different sizes. I'm holding the gray large mop system. There's also a small mop system and an extra large mop system and a couple different handle colors to choose from. The only difference in the handle color is the color and what color mop pads it comes with. When you get ready to use your mop, no matter if you're dry mopping or wet mopping, simply put your foot on the base, turn the handle counterclockwise, and then adjust it to your eye level. You want it to be at your eye level for the perfect ergonomic fit, and then turn it clockwise to tighten. It's that easy. So I want you to think about the mop system like a dusting mitt for your floors and an EnviroCloth for your floors. Our mop pads have the ability to remove 99% of bacteria, just like the EnviroCloth does, off of all of your surfaces, including walls, windows, your floor, your shower walls. Anywhere you can reach with the mop system is fair game. When I'm using the dry mop pad, I like to offset it just a little bit. That way I can use this side to grab the baseboards. And then when you're done, you can just go over the trash can and just use the rubber brush to sweep all that dog hair and debris into the trash. Super fast and super easy. And then when it comes down to our wet mop system, I like to add on our sprayer mop attachment. What this is gonna do is it's gonna turn your ordinary mop into a sprayer mop. Don't wanna splurge for this? You can always just use a spray bottle of water or get the mop pad wet before you get started. To change this into the sprayer mop attachment, simply just detach the base, attach the mop system, attach the sprayer mop, fill this with water, and then put the new base back on. The mop system also has a ton of different accessories too, so you can make this into a rubber broom, you can make this into a window washer, all sorts of really cool things. What I love most about the mop system is there are no pads to buy and rebuy. There's no chemicals to buy to go with it. You can use it over and over and over again without having to replace anything. The handle and the base has a 5-year warranty and all the mop pads have a 2-year warranty. All right, that's the end of our demonstration, and I want to tell you the 3 different ways that you can Norwex your home. The first way is to make a purchase. Every purchase helps your host earn more and more and more and more and more freebies. I always suggest starting with the Safe Haven 5 because that's going to be everything that you need to really get your home clean except for your floors. So then I would add on the mop system. Now, if the mop system is a little bit out of your budget, don't worry, it was out of my budget too. I'm going to talk about way number 2 that you can get goodies for your home. The second way is to have your own demo. So I do lots of different demos. I do demos like this, catalog parties. I do in-home demos if you're in the North Texas area. I do Zoom parties. So you invite all your friends, we hop on Zoom and we chat for 30 to 45 minutes, and then you get lots of freebies. And I do Facebook parties. So lots of different options for you to choose from. If one kind of speaks to you a different way, let me know, and I would love to chat about what option might be best for you and your friends group. Now, your host is going to need at least one person from her party to book a party in order to unlock the most rewards. get the most bang for her buck. So if you learned a lot today and you're glad that your friend invited you to her catalog party, go ahead and say yes. Host your own party. All it takes is you sending out a message to a couple of your friends or joining me on Facebook with your friends and showing them the power of Norwex. My average hostess walks away with more than $200 in freebies, and it costs her absolutely nothing to host. There are no half-price items, there are no buy one, get ones. It is just 100% free products for those that decide to host with me and share the mission of Norwex to reduce chemicals in our homes. So tell me, will you share this new knowledge with your friends? The third way to Norwex your home is by becoming a Norwex consultant. So if you think you can do what I do and spread some butter on the front of your refrigerator and wipe it off, you'd be a perfect fit for this opportunity. The consultant starter kit is actually free for you to use for the first 90 days. Just costs $10 shipping for it to be shipped to your door, and you get everything that you needed to get started. You get everything that's in the Safe Haven 5, the mop system, the rubber brush, plus some extra goodies, including business supplies and a tote bag to bring it all around. In your first 90 days, you have a couple of different ways of earning the consultant's kit for free forever. The first way is by selling $1,000 in your first 30 days. The second way is by selling $2,000 in your first 90 days. So if you hit the first one, you don't have to worry about the second one. $2,000 in sales is only about 4 average parties. Each party in the United States is about $600. So as long as you plug into the resources and you get started in your first 90 days, you're gonna have no problem at all earning your consultant starter kit, which is valued at over $300. If for whatever reason life happens and you're not able to earn it for free, it only costs $200 plus tax, and it's yours to keep forever, and you're still a consultant. How cool is that? Consultants enjoy a 35% discount, and the really cool thing is you can be not only a consultant and earn 35% of your sales, but you can also be your own host. So in your first 30 days, I'm gonna show you how you can earn $350, earn more than $500 in free products, plus earn your consultant starter kit. All it takes is you plugging into the resources and being willing to be teachable. All right, friends, it's time to wrap this thing up. Go ahead and text your host name just by itself to my phone number, and I will send you all the information that you need to go ahead and place your order, view the catalog, view all the specials. And when you text me, it's going to enter you in to win our party prize. Because Norwex is super generous with me, I love to be super generous with you. If you have any questions, this is also my direct line. Just text me the question. I'd love to help.